Hello, welcome back. Okay, so I have something a little different today. I'm a little nervous about this because this is my hobby. I've been working really hard to get a hobby because sewing has kind of not my hobby. Like it's like my full-time thing. And I've been trying to learn how to draw. A lot of people know that I'm trying to learn how to do this. And the weird thing is I did learn in fashion school how to draw clothes. So it's the one thing that I can kind of like do a little bit, right? And I play around. I can show you some of the things I made maybe, but we'll see. But lately I had made some pants recently, the Merriam trousers, and I also made the Mitchell trousers. Those are both called trousers, right? Merriam is by Cashmerette and the Mitchells are by Closet Core. Both of them are very high-waisted. And I'm finding that none of my shirts really go very well with either one. And so I was thinking it'd be kind of fun to design and draft some shirts that like end at my waistline. They don't necessarily have to be tucked in. They could be wovens and some knits. So I've been playing around with it. And I did a few sketches here and I forgot this one. I didn't put this in my list. So I wanted to show you what I have so far. So this is me, me wearing my Merriam trousers. And let's see, I'll show you what I have so far. So you can tell me what you guys like. I don't have names for any of these. This one right here is I think this is actually going to be in knit. This is a little lantern sleeve. And it has this little yoke here. And it does have some shaping here with darts, which isn't very common in knits. One thing I really like doing when I work on knits is making more structure to them so that they fit better and then they're super comfortable, right? Like think about a button-up shirt if it were made in something really stretchy, because then it's super comfortable and the fitting doesn't have to be so spot on as well, right? So I was just going to show you a few of my designs and I've just been playing around with these. This one's in woven. And it stops at the waist, so you can kind of see like that's the end of it. So it's kind of a short top, right? And it has I love V-necks, and I know that's not for everybody, but I really like V-necks. I feel like it works really good with my size and my bust. And I really like a set-in sleeve. Well, don't get me started there, right? All right, this is kind of a riff on a little top that I already own. It doesn't have a Peter Pan collar like this one. It has more of a Mandarin style collar like this. Whoops. Right. It has a little Mandarin collar like that. This is ooh, what eraser do I have here? Oh, that works. That works. So like that is curved right there, like a collar stand on a button-up shirt, right? So that's my current shirt but it's also sleeveless. And I really want to recreate this because it's one of my favorite shirts to wear under hand knit sweaters, because hand knit sweaters are really, really warm. And it's sleeveless, and I really like the sleeveless nature. But I love pin tucks too. And one of the interesting things about this particular pin tuck shirt is that the pin tucks here, there's no seam right here or right here. It is actually just flat. And these pin tucks release just like this on here. And then this is all flat. And I would like a little more shaping or at least a little seam there. And I was thinking this just be a gentle ruffle with no gathers, you know. So that's my idea for creating this shirt in a new iteration. So get rid of this here. All right, here's my next one. So that would be woven, a lightweight woven. Here's another woven, and it's more of a swingy top, and I was even thinking that maybe the sleeves and the bottom portion here would be on the bias, so it would have that little bit of clinginess but some room. So even though it's a woven, it would be kind of like have the comfort of some knits. And then I was just thinking of doing something really interesting here with some bias binding. I don't know, just something kind of interesting there. Not sure what. All right, this one's knit. So I'm not a big fan of wraps because they never really fit well and they gape. And I know that there's some patterns out there that work really good, especially when they're stabilized with some elastic right here. I really like that. And you can see my wrap comes up above the bust, so then you don't have that problem. And I actually just recently drafted some pajamas that kind of have this detail for rayon, and then I did a contrast band right here. And I was just thinking this should be just a cross-cut band, so kind of that would be the cinching of it. Some people really don't like it when the wrap is up high like this. It's a kind of a fake wrap, right? Because this could be a seam right here. It wouldn't actually go all the way over here. I don't really like that because then you see this band under here. So yeah, and again, it would end at the waist, and it has a really gentle fullness in the sleeves, not too much. I don't really like too puffy of a sleeve. Plus I want it to fit under things I wear, right? All right, 2 more. All right, this one didn't sketch very well. So the sleeves and the waist are a really narrow elastic to draw it in. I really love blousey shirts at the bottom because it kind of hides the bumps for me. It makes me feel more comfortable in my bumps, right? So when I'm sitting down or getting up or anything, I don't really feel like I have to like pull things, you know? And this is also a raglan. And then this right here, this little neckband is that. It's a neckband that's been ruched or gathered. So there's gathers top and bottom. I had a lot of trouble sketching it and making it look exactly how I wanted it, but that's the idea. And then there's a few gathers right here too, to kind of just accentuate the blousiness of it. So, all right, here's my last one. This one is actually, oh, let's get rid of this, there we go. This one actually is a wrap, a closer fitting 3/4 length sleeve, band at the bottom, and gathers right here. And there'd probably be some underneath here, like under this would be a real wrap. I feel like we've seen this silhouette before. I don't feel like I was very innovative on this, but this style can often work as a wrap really good, you know? So I was thinking that this would be a way I would be able to do a wrap, and I would like it. I don't have any back views. I only have room for 10 layers on my iPad for this setup. So, yeah. All right, let's take off this layer. And so I just wanted to draw this little shirt here. It's kind of like a little button down, but it has a band, and then it has a little cuff sleeve. And, you know, it's kind of like just a little, like a cropped button down, right? So let's see if we can get it what we're thinking. Well, I'm not doing the back view, but I'm going to draw that in because that helps me. I'm just going to do a rough sketch first. Okay. Oh, that sleeve didn't really make it the same length, did it? So this is what I like to do on Sundays, you know, on my day out. My days off are Sundays and Mondays. This is what I like to do. Lately, I've been like watching some of the tutorials by Lisa Bardot. Okay, so I'm gonna turn off this layer here, and I'm gonna add a layer above, please. Oh, I do not have, oh, I was gonna show you my silly little face, and I'm gonna delete it. I was like, I wonder if this is creepy having a blank face on here, but this, I decided to put my face on it. I don't know, what do you think? Is it kind of weird? I even put my birthmark. Oh man, I know if I delete it right now, you're gonna be like, no! But she's taking up a layer. I'll just merge down. I'll just combine it. Oh boy, there she is staring at me. Okay, so I need a layer above this one. And we're gonna turn down the opacity of this one, and then get a different brush to kind of, actually, oh, I want to be on this layer though. And I want a little bit, that looks better. So when I worked in the fashion industry, they didn't really have digital drawing. Illustrator was very, very new. And people were even scoffing at the idea of digital drawing at the time. And I didn't learn how to do that in college. Like, they didn't teach us Illustrator. It wasn't something that seemed like we would have to do. And it's the only regret I honestly have of my whole fashion career is that I didn't learn Illustrator. I've taken a few classes, but it's just like a time thing. And, you know, you really have to have a use for something when you're learning it, you know, so that you can kind of sink your teeth into it. It really wasn't until Procreate that I really got into drawing it, because it just looks so fun and it's so accessible. It's a cheap app. It's $10. There's never any in-app purchases or anything. And I don't know, this one really speaks to me. So I'm just trying to figure out my look, I guess I should say. I don't really know what I do, you know. All right, so let's clean this up a little bit more. We'll add some white. That's not white. Is it white? I have the brightness down so low that, okay, who is, no, I want this. Okay, I want this. Who's leaking? Who's leaking? I don't see anything leaking there. I don't know why that is. I can see some like holes right here. Right there and there. Oof. I feel like I'm really going to get in the zone, forget about you guys. So I apologize if that happens. I really can't find. So this is what I've been doing actually. I'm going to delete this, put another layer. This is actually better, in my opinion, to do it this way. Because then I can really control what I color in, you know. So when I was in the garment industry, I had to do a lot of sketches. This one's not anywhere near done yet. And they were more technical. So they weren't really very like fun or cute or colored in either. And I had to do it with a ruler and a micron pen, if you know, you know. And yeah, I just focused on, like, they're called flat sketches. And so basically it's as if the garment is laying on the ground. Like, you're literally looking at the garment and laying on the ground. You're seeing all the top stitching, seams, nothing extra. And that's what I had to do for all my patterns that I'd had to draft for clients or my boss or whatever. I love line drawings on home sew patterns. It's the first thing I look at when a new pattern comes out. Literally the first thing I look at is I look for the flat sketch, because I think that's the thing that makes the most sense to me. I know exactly what is happening and what to expect, you know. This isn't going to be my best, but I don't want to take you guys, I don't want to make you guys wait too long, you know. But this is the one thing I'm finding really relaxing. I've had a little fun, like, interviewing a fabric for a pattern by doing a little sketch and taking a picture of the fabric and putting it in there. Okay, let's start cleaning it up a little bit. I'm not usually a big fan of this little look of like a little cuff right here, but I kind of like it for this. Let's do some little bit of gathers here. And I have a dashed line brush. Someone's going to ask me in the comments where I got it. I'll try and remember. I used to have to do all that with a micron pen and a ruler for every seam. And I used to do technical outerwear. There's a lot of top stitching. So the fact that I can just go zip, feels like I lost so many years of my life trying to color things in and draw things now that I can just do it like this so quickly, you know? Because if I made a mistake, I didn't have undo. And I'm pretty out of practice with this too. I've been doing all of these in white just to keep them neutral. But I have bought some fabrics for some of these, and none of them are white, funnily. Okay, this could be cleaned up better, but we're getting there. No, not that one. Trying to decide if I want top stitching here, but I don't think so. But I'm pretty sure I would have top stitching here. I know I used a different scale for the front placket, but that's okay. It's kind of weird that it doesn't fit over here. But look at that, I can just warp it. It's kind of like an ASMR, isn't it? If you like this kind of thing. If only I was, you know, better at it, because I love watching these now. I still have a little bit showing here. There we go. It's not too bad. Not too bad. Okay. I like the way it looks better here. She needs a dart, I think. This thing, it looks too big. That's what it is. It looks too big. It's not fitting up here right. I don't think a dart is honestly necessary because it's gathered right there, you know? I think it could actually be shorter. More like that. Okay. I was just checking the time, like, ooh, yeah, time's going by quick. Well, maybe I'll keep fiddling with this. This looks more comfortable than this one. I don't think I've drawn this one either, but this is like that Azores dress that I made at the beginning of 2022. I am making a top version. And remember when I combined it with the Girl Friday blouse? I love that blouse. I don't think I came up with a version of that, like combo of the Girl Friday with the Azores, but I really like that top. And it has the smocking here in the arms. That stuff is really satisfying to sew. Yeah, this is just really short. Like, I would never wear a short. This is like above my belly button. Like, who are we kidding? I'm not going to wear that. I would never have worn that ever in my life. So let's see here. I'm going to clean this up right here. Those are now blurry because we changed size of the shirt. Okay, now I'm just getting fussy. I just start kind of fine-tuning it. It looks a little clunky, but I think that this would be, I think I would like this. I would like owning this. Okay. All right, let's tie this up here. I have this other fun dash line. Look at this one. Meow. I love that one. It's not very realistic though. Ooh, that actually worked. Okay. All right, let's look through my designs again. Let's see what we think as far as what I would make. What do I want to make first? I want all of these pretty much. This one looks so simple. I really love how simple and comfortable this is. And I actually saw Jay Stern doing this whole drafting video on the lantern sleeve. And I have not drafted a lantern sleeve for a really, really long time. And I thought she was doing a long version, so you can check out her channel if you're interested in that. But I thought it'd be really fun to do a short one because they're so cute. You know, it's like, it's got a little seam here and that tapers down. So it's literally like a lantern. It's cute. You know what I'm talking about. This one has a hidden placket I see, or I just forgot to put the buttons on it. Definitely making this white linen, already got it. And this one I can also see white linen with the bias sleeves and bias body. Stable yoke though. And then knit, this is a knit top. I haven't finished this drawing yet. I can tell I'm still using the pencil. I use a 6B pencil. I use a 6B pencil in real life and I use a 6B pencil in here. It's kind of funny. This looks so comfortable to wear. I'm loving all these ending at the waist. Like, I don't usually like shirts to end at the waist. I want to be able to lift up my arms. And that's why a lot of these will have blousing here. So I can lift up my arms and I don't, you know, show whatever. So I swear I've drafted this before for somebody. Maybe that's why it's really familiar. That was a long time ago, but maybe there's a pattern company with this. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. It was kind of a fun little thing. Let's have a piece of candy. Let's see here. I think I need some peppermint, and then we're gonna write. We need to write a letter to Santa, and I think I know what I want because I've been sewing a lot of button-down shirts lately, and helping some others do that. And there's a few things I would really like it. Ooh, but I thought of another one. I think you'd like this one. Okay. You want to see my dogs? Oh, it's kind of, I have it pretty dim. Oh, it was just his 4-year adoption day yesterday. All right. Let's do this. Man, I'm really just breaking all the rules, like eating food at my table. Okay, lucky antlers. Oh, I have something in my hair today. Gotta be careful. Look at this little thing I have. There's a little story behind it. Okay. It's a snowflake. All right, so I live somewhere where there's a really, really, really big beer manufacturer called Sierra Nevada Brewery. There's chocolate on my hand. And someone in the community was taking their like the 6-pack, the cartons, and she was cutting these out of the carton and making, she does everything too, like flowers and stuff like that, headbands and stuff, not like with antlers. And she did snowflakes one year. She's since stopped doing it because I think she moved away or went to school or something. I was really sad because I was always buying her things. This one's really fragile. I've already lost a snowflake over here. See, it's literally paper that's been shellacked, and I treat it really carefully. In person, you can really see that it's a carton, but I love that thing. All right, did I hit my camera with the... All right, let's see here. Okay, I got one. Dear Santa. Why are all these things directed at pattern companies? I really love pattern companies, but you know, as a sewist, we have our wish lists, right? This is maybe I'm going to say this now, but maybe I'll probably direct one at a pattern company again. All right, dear Santa, I would wish pattern companies, again, I really love you guys, I promise, would put the hashtag of their garment on the outer envelope. If it's a printed pattern, like a pre-printed pattern, I want it on the front or the back of the envelope. Please, if I'm in a store and I'm shopping your pattern, please just put the hashtag there so I can look it up in the store. Do you know how awkward it is to use the internet in a fabric store? It always is terrible at the back of the fabric store. So I really can't sit there and Google what your hashtag is. I have a limited amount of Instagram window of internet capability when I'm in the store, right? All right. Or in your description online. Bonus if it's hyperlinked. Take me there, baby. I get asked so often, hey, Saremy, what do you think about this pattern? Hey, Saremy, what do you think about this pattern? And I host a monthly show where we review newly released patterns. So all the patterns that were released in that month, and we go look at the hashtag, we look at the pattern on the company's site. And let me tell you, if I have to spend 5 minutes finding the hashtag, I'm getting salty. I'm trying to help you, okay? Anyway, and I know not everybody has Instagram, but I have heard sometimes hashtags work online, so there's that. Anyway, XO, Saremy, hugs and kisses. I know you hate me by now, but I'm really just trying to help you out, you know? So, yeah. Hashtags. Hashtags are life. In sewing, hashtags are life. So lucky antlers, do your thing for this one thing. All right, I'll see you guys next time. And thanks for stopping by, and thanks for all the comments. I'm loving it. Where's my thingy? Bye.